While humanity prospered with its advanced civilization and technology, it was not aware of its impending suicide as a species. They needed a hero, but ended up beheading said hero with their own hands. A lot of things happened, and a lot of things changed. A changed himself from a healer to a creator. The old promises he had made... Wait, hold on. The old promises he had made with her sustained him, but in a world without her, they ultimately became obsolete. Evanescently? Yeah, evanescently. Various sins sprung up from his arrogance, one by one. And A changed, very slowly. He became enchanted by the shadows he had created. The plan to discover the disease of mankind became a relic of the past. He became skeptical of man, including himself. I started looking for something that would guide him without turning against him. The conclusion was very simple. While vile humans could not be trusted, the answer lay in machines. Machines, which A loathed deeply, became essential to him. Yo, I'm still fucking... my mouth is dry, goddamn. Good goddamn. That fucking little cockroach sack of shit, like, killed me. Perhaps A wanted to have wings that would allow him to escape from the hellish inferno he had trapped himself in, to reach the heavens. And jealous. That was how I was born. Oh. Okay. Oh, hello, sir. Sorry, I'm quite busy. I still haven't finished even half of what I've written down in my notebook. Wait, hold up, Elijah? Who the fuck is that? Hey, I heard the extraction experiments are going to be conducted. When I looked over the list of participants, I couldn't find my name on it. I mean, there's probably a ton of reasons behind it. Maybe I'm just not good enough for the experiment yet. Oh, wait, hold on. I thought this was Malkuth because I finished her thing. But no, this looks to be in the past, and that person reminds me of Malkuth because of the notebook. Yeah, Malkuth... was it hot? No, Malkuth had the notebook. But may I join in the experiment too? So did he transfer consciousness towards AI? I've learned a lot here. I'm sure I could help you in some way. I'll be sure to not disappoint. Yeah, no, that's definitely yeah, definitely Malkuth. So that was with A's memories. Hell, even the fucking thing's the same. Huh. And joining the experiment. Ton of reasons why I'm just not good enough for the experiment yet. Yeah, what is the experiment? I would assume it has to do with AIs, but not too certain about that. It's sad to not have enough talent, isn't it? Not that I don't know. It's such a dick thing to say. If someone doesn't look back towards you, what does that mean? That they don't acknowledge you? That they don't even care about what expression you may be making? That they feel no need to see what you're doing, as if they have already come to a conclusion? Have you ever clawed and scraped at the floor, writhing in pain? It really does sound excruciating. Well, yeah. But in reality, the moment I completely lost my fingernails, I felt nothing. You stare at the flesh where your fingernails used to be, and just before you lose consciousness, when you feel that you aren't yourself anymore, you start to laugh frantically, even though it's not funny at all. And on the ground you catch a glimpse of someone's shadow, and their feet as they look down on you. Guess whose feet those were? When the person who disliked looking back so much finally turned around, everything was over. Did you see the fragments of despair from there? Or were you staring at the bits of my fingernails scattered on the floor? That was the exact moment I knew true helplessness. Without you, I'd never have known the feeling. Thank you so much. Wait, am I the person? Wait, who? Now what about you, man? Motherfucker, who are you talking about? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Speaking this shit out loud and actually listening to it is somehow very difficult. I never known the feeling, thank you so much. So I feel as though I'm gonna unfortunately miss a lot of the story, because I'm focusing on reading it. Which makes no fucking sense, but it makes sense to me. I don't know. Yeah, I've never known the feeling, thank you so much. I take it you ain't referring to the manager. Have you ever felt helpless to control anything? When unbearable things pour down from somewhere that isn't your body and overwhelm you, it just feels so awful to be helpless, being out of control of yourself. Come on, please tell me, so I can feel rewarded, just a bit. Oh wait, hold on. This is still A shit? Oh my god, I should not have completed Malkuth's thing, because I'm getting a mindfuck right now. Elijah was impatient, and her impatience caused many common mistakes. She once went on a long, winding filibuster of why she needed to finish the experiment, but I don't remember the details. Whenever she was told that she wasn't ready yet, I could see the strong desire in her eyes. It was a craving, a bizarre obsession. If another person had been in my place, they may have turned around for the sound of her hasty footsteps. Yeah, actually, wasn't it Malkuth who went, oh no, I could handle this shit when it came to the ordeals, and then Angela on the speakers was like, yeah, everyone got fucking shit on bodied and then shit on again. So yeah, I mean, you could see even more of that there. Cogito was something that she couldn't access at her level of authority. The only task she was ordered to do was record the changes that occurred in the test subjects. She was aware that at that moment Kogigura was absolutely not ready for human use. So that's her in despair. When I finally realized what was going on, half her teeth had fallen out and... Kill me. Please, kill me. Wow, I have a wealth of options. Manifestation of did a separate break, suppression of separate core required. Are you discovering the deep scars that are inflicted upon this place? Yeah, bit by bit. Manager, there's something I hadn't informed you of when we spoke for the first time. The Saffrons, of course, wholeheartedly want to meet you. They admire you and follow you. However, at the same time, they earnestly yearn for you to be swallowed up in resentment and curses. Please, be careful with them. Well, you don't have to pay that fact too much heed if you wish. What I mean to say is, you're free to go back to your daily routine. It's no big deal for me to fill their roles if some of our Saffrons go mad. Though if you do, then you will lose something important forever. The seed that can break the cycle. Hold on, brother, I have a lot of questions. So, damn, I'm gonna be reading the shit back. Yeah, I'm reading the shit back, but... Goddamn. Yasad, do you really feel nothing about this? Try drinking some enkephalin. Close your eyes and open them again. I'm glad to see that you are not as feeble-minded as the other Saffrons. It is important to keep a clear mind in any situation. Gabrielle, why are you scratching yourself so much? Seeing as we're meeting again, you must have completed your task, manager. I'd give you a compliment if I didn't have so much work to do. The information team has a task they must do periodically. You must have realized that there are some blanks in the abnormality records. Among the tremendous amount of information we gather, there are some that should remain off limits to the employees, for security reasons. The names of the employees are one such thing. Any trace of them, what happened, their gruesome death, their desperate will to live, all that has been stripped from the records on the false pretense of expunging information. There is no way for me to know what the criteria for stripping the records are. They are set by another department, not us. We only manipulate the information we receive per orders. Isn't it funny? We've degenerated into a department that destroys and manipulates information as ordered, yet somehow we're still called the information team. Whenever I introduce myself as the Saffron of the information team, I sometimes feel something bubbling up inside me. Yasad, did you receive the documents to expunge? You'll get the list of employees soon as well. Please do not forget to review it after you have finished expunging the documents. Miss Angela, what do you think it means to remember someone's name? This is a work you regularly do. Why are you so emotional about it today? Maybe names were marks atypical beings gave to each other to engrave each other upon their memories. Someone might have named you Angela, following the same concept. Yasad, if you happen to be too tired, please take a break. I knew you would say that. Referring to employees by name is not recommended here. When employees first enter the company, each one receives their own unique identification number. This is to allow the company to identify them using the minimum amount of personal information to make them not human. We have their numbers in our data storage devices. Malkuth has never called the employees by their names ever since she started working here. Maybe she is the most ideal Sephira amongst all the Sephirat. This is not to say that Malkuth deserves to take all the pain as well. None of us do. What kind of poor taste is that, to lock us inside metal bodies and throw us into an endless loop of days that just feel the same as yesterday? I'm talking to you. What's with that oblivious expression? I heard you might be one of the architects responsible for our creation. The only thing I could do here is remember the names of a few forgotten employees and eternally despair. Feeling nauseous from even a single breath of air. Have you had fun watching your guinea pigs run around in circles? See, I told you. I've been rotting from the inside for a long time. Gabrielle was more rational than anyone else. He was unmoved, even after hearing about what happened to Elijah. Wait, hold up. So yeah, you saw it. So we're still fucking focusing on A, okay. Some said he lacked empathy, but nobody realized that his emotions were festering on the inside. Maybe he began falling apart from long ago, ever since Carmen left this world. He slowly became expressionless. He wouldn't allow himself to have even a paltry joy. He also couldn't stand having even the slightest part of his body exposed. How does that work for... Well, okay, how does that work for... Well, no, but that's human. Does he have a human body, or is he part toaster like Tippereth? Was that him as a human? Boy, I'm confused. We made a monster that was not supposed to exist in this world. We went too far to ever turn back. To not let what Elijah did be in vain, instead of taking the time to grieve, everyone knew they needed to utilize this result to the fullest. He tried to maintain a facade of level-headedness, but his attempts to remain rational slowly morphed into an obsession. He started to wear long-sleeve clothing that also covered his neck. Not much later, he started to scratch himself harshly. We suggested he receive a complete medical examination to see whether he was contaminated or had an infection, but he refused. I need to drink water, holy shit. This is like the longest stretch I've gone with recording. At the beginning of this, my fucking cup was normal. At the end of it, it has a ring of sweat around it. Because there's water in this hot room. Anyway, health checkups were needed to prevent further damage. Persuasion became coercion, and coercion led to the use of physical force. He was tied and bound for the checkup, but he resisted so desperately that it was hard for us to watch him. Eventually, it turned out that he wasn't infected at all. Was that really fortunate, though? No, it wasn't. The examination did not resolve anything. He kept scratching himself, so harshly, even worse than before. When I saw him last, he wasn't lucid or cognizant in a human speech, and his body was completely covered in scratches. No one has seen him since then. So we're just going through how all their lives suck fucking dick. Okay. I'm just... Christ! Jesus, fuck.